Curry sauce, a rich, flavorful blend that has traveled the world, evolving with every culture it touched. From the bustling spice markets of India to the cozy kitchens of Japan and the fast food counters of the West, this sauce has taken on many forms. But have you ever wondered how it's made in a factory? Let's take a journey from farm to bottle to see how this delicious sauce comes to life. Before curry sauce reaches the factory, before it's bottled and sent around the world, its journey begins here, in the heart of the spice farm. This is where nature plays its part, cultivating the rich and fragrant ingredients that will give the sauce its bold, unmistakable flavor. Each ingredient is grown with care, harvested at just the right time to preserve its essential oils and powerful flavors. Among the most vital components of curry sauce is turmeric. Its deep golden color and warm, earthy taste form the foundation of the sauce. Turmeric takes months to mature. When it reaches peak ripeness, the roots are pulled from the soil, washed, and left to dry under the sun. It is this drying process that intensifies the color and concentrates the flavor. Chilies bring the heat. Their spiciness varies depending on the variety. Once harvested, the chilies are laid out in the sun to dry, a process that enhances both their heat and their deep smoky aroma. Then there's coriander, an ingredient that adds a citrusy brightness to curry sauce. Its seeds are gathered once they turn brown, signaling that their essential oils have fully developed. Each seed holds the potential to elevate the sauce's complexity, balancing its richness with a hint of freshness. Once dried and sorted, the spices are packed and sent on the next leg of their journey. From these farms, they will travel hundreds, sometimes thousands of miles to factories where they will be blended, cooked, and transformed into the smooth, flavorful curry sauce we know and love. Before we continue, I'm curious to know, what is your favorite dish to pair curry sauce with? Let me know in the comments. And now let's continue with the curry sauce production. Once the raw spices arrive at the factory, the first step in making curry sauce begins: grinding. This process is crucial because it unlocks the rich flavors and essential oils trapped inside the dried spices. Turmeric, known for its deep color and slightly bitter, peppery taste, is ground into an ultra-fine powder. The key is to grind it at a controlled speed to prevent overheating, which could cause the delicate flavors to break down. Cumin seeds contain natural oils that give curry sauce its warm, nutty depth. To preserve these oils, the seeds are lightly roasted before grinding, enhancing their fragrance and taste. Chilies are ground separately to maintain their spice level. Some factories mix different chili varieties to balance heat and smokiness, ensuring a consistent level of spiciness in every batch of curry sauce. Every batch is carefully inspected for texture and uniformity. The finer the grind, the better the spices blend into the sauce later in the process. With the spices now ground to perfection, they are ready to be mixed in precise proportions, creating the signature spice blend that gives curry sauce its unmistakable flavor. The precise combination of spices is what gives each curry sauce its signature taste, ensuring that every batch delivers the same rich and balanced flavor. Each factory follows a specific recipe, combining spices in carefully measured proportions. Some brands guard their spice blend formulas as closely as a secret family recipe, ensuring their curry sauce remains unique. The dry ingredients are loaded into high-capacity mixers, where they are blended for several minutes. This process ensures that every spoonful of curry sauce contains a perfectly balanced mix of spices, preventing any single flavor from overpowering the rest. Quality control is key. Workers regularly check the blend's consistency, color, and aroma to make sure it meets the factory's exacting standards. If even one ingredient is off balance, the entire batch could be compromised. Once the spice blend is perfected, it is either sent directly into production or stored in airtight containers to preserve its freshness. From here, it's ready to be combined with other key ingredients, beginning the transformation into smooth, flavorful curry sauce. This step is where the rich, deep flavors begin to develop, as fresh ingredients are cooked down to create a smooth and aromatic base. The vegetables are gently sautéed in hot oil, a crucial step that enhances their natural sugars and releases their full flavor potential. The slow cooking process helps break down their fibrous structure, resulting in a rich, velvety texture. As the onions soften and caramelize, they develop a deep sweetness that balances the boldness of the spices. Factories carefully control this step to ensure consistency in every batch. Modern factories use precision cooking technology to maintain perfect conditions. Temperature, moisture levels, and cooking time are all carefully monitored to achieve the same flavor profile in every production cycle. Depending on the recipe, Tomato puree or paste is added at this stage, bringing a slight acidity and richness to the sauce. The tomatoes help create a smooth consistency while deepening the color of the final product. Once the base reaches the perfect consistency, it's time for the next step, blending in the spice mix and adding liquid ingredients to bring the sauce to life. The next step involves adding liquid ingredients to create the perfect consistency, followed by thickening agents that give the sauce its signature smoothness. Depending on the type of curry sauce being made, different liquids are added at this stage. Some recipes use coconut milk for a creamy, tropical richness, while others rely on vegetable or meat broth for a deep, savory base. Tomato puree or water may be added to adjust consistency. As the liquids blend with the cooked base, they help release even more flavors from the spices, allowing the curry sauce to develop its full-bodied taste. To achieve the perfect texture, thickening agents such as cornstarch or flour are gradually introduced. These ingredients help the sauce cling to food, creating a silky and satisfying consistency. The thickening agents are added in controlled amounts, ensuring the sauce doesn't become too runny or too dense. The factory's automated systems continuously monitor the viscosity, making real-time adjustments if needed. Once the ideal consistency is reached, the sauce undergoes a slow, controlled simmer. This final cooking stage allows all the flavors to fully develop, blending the spices, liquids, and thickening agents into a perfectly balanced sauce. The sauce is heated to a precise temperature, hot enough to unlock the full potential of the spices, but carefully controlled to prevent burning or over-reduction. This balance is essential for achieving the perfect flavor profile. As the sauce simmers, the flavors continue to blend and evolve. The heat helps release the essential oils from the spices, intensifying their aroma and richness. Every batch is closely monitored. Factory workers check for consistency, thickness.
Golden crispy nuggets have become a staple for fast food lovers worldwide. But have you ever wondered how they go from farm to fryer and into your hands? This is how McDonald's chicken nuggets are made. The story of McDonald's chicken nuggets began in the late 1970s, when the fast food giant wanted to offer more than just burgers and fries. McDonald's needed something new that would appeal to everyone, especially families and kids. Chef René Arend, a culinary expert from Luxembourg who joined McDonald's in 1976, was tasked with creating a game-changing menu item. In 1983, his creation, Chicken McNuggets, hit the menu and became an instant sensation, often selling out within hours. Over time, McNuggets have evolved to meet customer demands. Originally made with mechanically separated chicken, they switched to 100% white meat chicken in the early 2000s. Now made without artificial preservatives, flavors, or colors, McNuggets continue to be a favorite for millions. The journey of a chicken McNugget starts on the farm, where McDonald's selects chickens that meet strict quality standards. These chickens come from suppliers like Tyson Foods, one of the largest poultry producers. All the chicken meat used is inspected by the USDA to ensure it meets high health and quality standards. These chickens are raised in controlled environments to keep them healthy, which is important for the quality of the nuggets. When the chickens are fully grown, they are sent to processing plants where the best parts of the chicken, like the breasts, tenderloins, and rib meat, are selected. These parts are chosen because they are tender, flavorful, and nutritious. At the processing plant, machines help with the deboning process, making it precise and efficient. Workers carefully remove the drumsticks, wings, thighs, and skin, focusing on the prime breast meat and tenderloins. The skin, though removed at first, is later added back in small amounts to enhance the flavor and juiciness of the nuggets. The remaining parts of the chicken are used in other products to reduce waste. After the best cuts of chicken are selected, they are ground into a coarse mixture. This texture is important for giving McNuggets their meaty bite. The ground chicken is then mixed with a blend of seasonings, spices, and a portion of chicken skin to add flavor and moisture. Ingredients like water, flour, starches, and natural flavorings like rosemary extract, which acts as a preservative, are added to the mixture. This blend ensures that each nugget is tasty and has the right texture. This step is closely watched to make sure every batch is the same, which is important for making sure every McNugget tastes just right, no matter where it's served. McDonald's Chicken McNuggets are known for their distinct shapes: the ball, the bell, the boot, and the bow tie. These shapes aren't just for fun. They help the nuggets cook evenly. The chicken mixture is put into a shaping machine where it's flattened and cut into the familiar nugget shapes. These shapes are made using molds that ensure each nugget is the same size and shape, which is important for consistent cooking. After the nuggets are shaped, they move on to getting their famous crispy coating. This is where the nuggets get dipped and coated to create that crunchy outside we all love. The nuggets are first dipped in a thin batter that helps the breading stick. Then, they go through a machine that evenly covers them in the breading. The breading mix is made from wheat flour, corn flour, starches, and some other ingredients that give the nuggets their unique texture. Next, the nuggets get coated with a thicker tempura batter. This layer is what makes them extra crispy when they're cooked. The tempura batter is made from a mix of flour, corn flour, and other ingredients that ensure each nugget has the right crunch. Once the nuggets are fully coated, they move on to the par frying. This step partially cooks the nuggets in hot oil for just a few seconds. The quick fry helps set the batter and starts the crisping process. But the chicken inside is still raw at this stage. Par frying is important because it helps the nuggets hold their shape and keeps the coating from falling off. It also locks in the flavor and moisture so the nuggets stay juicy. After par frying, the nuggets are taken out of the oil and cooled down on a conveyor belt. After the nuggets have been par fried, they go through quick freezing. This step is crucial to keep the nuggets fresh and lock in their flavor. The nuggets are placed in a freezing chamber set to about -18°C, which helps them freeze quickly and evenly. Quick freezing helps the nuggets texture and taste just right, even after they've been stored and transported. Once frozen, the nuggets are solid and ready to be packaged. The nuggets are carefully placed into bags and boxes to make sure they stay fresh and don't get damaged. The packaging process is fast, with thousands of nugget bags packed in just a few minutes. The packaging is designed to protect the nuggets as they travel to McDonald's restaurants. The boxes of nuggets are loaded onto refrigerated trucks that keep them frozen during transport. This ensures that the nuggets stay fresh and are ready for final cooking when they arrive at McDonald's. Transporting millions of nuggets every day is a big job, but McDonald's has perfected the process to make sure every nugget reaches you in perfect condition. The final step in the McNugget journey happens at McDonald's restaurants. When the frozen nuggets arrive, they are stored in freezers until needed. When you place your order, the nuggets are thawed and then fried. The nuggets are fried at around 180°C, 356°F for about 3 minutes. This gives them their crispy golden brown outside and keeps the inside tender and juicy. The oil used for frying is a mix of canola, corn, and soybean oils, which help make the nuggets crispy. After frying, the nuggets are kept warm until they're ready to be served. This final cooking step makes sure every McNugget you get is hot, crispy, and delicious. Once they're ready, the nuggets are boxed up with your favorite dipping sauce and handed to you crispy, tasty, and ready to enjoy. If you liked learning about how McNuggets are made, don't forget to click on the next video for more cool insights into how your favorite products are.
Here's a wild fact. Every year, the world grows over 350 million metric tons of soybeans. And in the US alone, soybeans cover more farmland than any other crop except corn, fueling industries worth billions, from food to biofuels and, of course, plant-based milk. Yet soy milk isn't some new fad. It's been around for over 2,000 years. First crafted in ancient China and becoming a staple in Asian cuisines long before it hits your local coffee shop's menu. So how does this tiny bean transform into the creamy, delicious soy milk swirling in your latte? Let's dive inside the factory and uncover how soy milk is really made. It all begins in vast fields stretching under open skies, where millions of tiny soybeans grow on vibrant green plants about 2 to 3 feet tall. Soybeans are warm-season crops that love sunshine and thrive in well-drained, fertile soil. They're planted in spring, once the danger of frost has passed, and take about 3 to 5 months to mature, depending on the climate and variety. As the plants grow, they develop fuzzy pods filled with small, round beans. These pods start out bright green, then slowly turn yellow and dry out as summer fades to fall. That's the signal that harvest time is near. Modern soybean farming uses technology like GPS-guided tractors, soil sensors, and even drones to monitor crop health, water levels, and nutrient needs. This helps farmers produce high-quality beans efficiently and sustainably. Once the soybeans reach the perfect dryness, usually around 13% moisture, they're harvested using massive combine harvesters. These machines cut the plants, separate the beans from the pods, and collect the beans into large storage tanks ready for cleaning and processing. But even though they're harvested in the field, these tiny beans are just at the start of their journey to becoming delicious, creamy soy milk. Once harvested, the soybeans head off to the factory, arriving in huge trucks or train cars, sometimes carrying thousands of pounds at a time. But before these beans can become soy milk, they need a serious cleanup. Even the best harvest brings along a few unwanted guests, like bits of stems, tiny stones, dust, and leftover pods. So the first step in the factory is cleaning. The soybeans travel along conveyor belts into a series of high-tech machines designed to shake, blow, and sift out impurities. First, powerful air jets blow away lighter debris like dust and leaves. Next, vibrating screens separate out larger objects and anything that's not the right size. Then magnetic separators come into play. These machines pull out any stray metal pieces that might have ended up in the load from farm equipment or transport. After cleaning, the soybeans are carefully sorted by size and quality. Uniformity is key because beans of different sizes can soak and cook unevenly later in the process. Only the best, plump, golden beans make the cut. Damaged or discolored ones are removed to ensure the final soy milk has a clean, pleasant taste and smooth texture. Now that the soybeans are clean, sorted, and ready, it's time to bring them back to life with water. The beans are poured into massive stainless steel soaking tanks where they're submerged in cool, filtered water for several hours, typically between 6 to 12, depending on the factory's process and the desired texture. During soaking, something fascinating happens. The dry, rock-hard beans begin to swell as they absorb water, doubling in size and softening dramatically. This not only makes them easier to grind later, but it also reactivates the enzymes and releases naturally stored nutrients. At the same time, soaking helps loosen any remaining holes or surface impurities, and it reduces compounds known as anti-nutrients, substances that can interfere with digestion and mineral absorption. By the end of the soaking process, the once dry soybeans are now soft, plump, and bursting with potential. They've gone from storage-stable seeds to fresh, hydrated ingredients, ready for the real transformation to begin. Now comes one of the most important parts of turning soybeans into soy milk: grinding. Once fully soaked and softened, the soybeans are drained and rinsed, then fed into powerful industrial grinders. These machines are equipped with fast-spinning blades or stone wheels that crush the beans into a fine, creamy paste. But it's not just the soybeans in there. Fresh water is added during grinding to help create a smooth, liquid mixture called soy slurry. Inside the grinder, the spinning blades tear open the bean's cell walls, releasing proteins, oils, and natural starches. This is what gives soy milk its body and creamy mouthfeel later on. The slurry that comes out looks a bit like a thick milkshake and has a pale white color. It's full of all the good stuff. Factories carefully control the grind size and speed because grinding too coarsely leaves gritty bits in the milk, while overgrinding can make it overly thick or pasty. By the end of this step, the soybeans have gone from solid seeds to a rich, velvety slurry, one step closer to becoming the smooth soy milk we pour into our coffee or cereal. Now that we have a thick, creamy soy slurry, it's time to bring on the heat and unlock the smooth, mild taste we love in soy milk. The soy slurry flows into giant stainless steel cooking tanks where it's heated to high temperatures, often around 95 to 100 degrees Celsius, or about 200 degrees Fahrenheit. Factories use precise controls to keep the temperature and cooking time exactly right. Too little heat and the flavor stays too raw. Too much and you risk scorching the soy or changing the texture. In many modern facilities, steam injection systems are used to heat the slurry quickly and evenly, while continuous stirrers keep everything moving so nothing sticks or burns. By the end of cooking, the slurry has transformed from a raw paste into a fragrant, hot liquid, ready for the next big step: separating the pure soy milk from the leftover solids. Now that the soy slurry has been cooked to perfection, it's time to extract the good stuff, the silky, nutritious soy milk. This is where filtration comes in. The hot slurry is pumped into high-speed centrifuges or ultrafine filtration systems that separate the liquid soy milk from the solid fiber pulp, known as okara. Think of it like straining blended oats to make oat milk, but on an industrial scale and with far more precision. The okara is caught by fine mesh screens or filters, while the smooth, milky liquid passes through. What's left behind, the okara, is thick, pale, and packed with fiber and nutrients. It's not wasted, though. Many factories recycle it into livestock feed, compost, or even repurpose it into plant-based protein products and baking ingredients. Meanwhile, the filtered soy milk flows into collection tanks, now free of pulp and grit. It has a smooth, creamy consistency and a delicate aroma, but it's not quite ready for your cereal just yet. This raw soy milk is essentially a blank canvas, plain, unsweetened, and naturally high in protein. But to make it delicious, long-lasting, and nutritionally complete, it's time for the next step: flavoring, fortifying, and perfecting the final product. Now that we've separated out the pure soy milk, it's time to transform it into the tasty, nutritious drink you find on supermarket shelves. At this stage, the soy milk goes into large blending tanks, where it becomes a canvas for flavor and nutrition. Manufacturers carefully follow recipes to create different varieties, like original, vanilla, chocolate, or unsweetened versions. Sweeteners such as cane sugar, agave syrup, or natural flavorings like vanilla extract are added for taste. Many brands also fortify their soy milk with vitamins and minerals to boost its nutritional profile. Common additions include calcium, to match or exceed levels in dairy milk. Vitamin D, essential for bone health. Vitamin B12, especially important for people on plant-based diets. These nutrients are blended in precise amounts, ensuring consistency from carton to carton. Now that the soy milk has been flavored and fortified, there's one last mission before it hits the shelves, making sure it's perfectly smooth, safe, and shelf-stable. First comes homogenization. This process involves pushing the soy milk through tiny valves at extremely high pressure. Imagine squeezing it through microscopic gaps with enormous force. This breaks down fat particles and proteins into super small, uniform sizes, so they stay evenly suspended instead of separating or forming a layer of cream on top. The result? That silky, consistent texture we expect from soy milk. Next is pasteurization, a crucial step for food safety and freshness. The soy milk is heated quickly to high temperatures, often around 85 to 95 degrees Celsius, or about 185 to 203 degrees Fahrenheit, for a short period. This kills off any harmful bacteria or microorganisms that could spoil the milk or make people sick. Some factories use ultra-high temperature UHT pasteurization, which allows soy milk to be stored unopened for months without refrigeration. After pasteurization, the soy milk is rapidly cooled to keep it fresh and maintain its flavor. Finally, it's time for packaging. Machines fill bottles, cartons, or Tetra Paks, sealing them tight to keep out air and contaminants. Labels are printed and applied, showing nutrition facts, flavor, and best before dates. Then it's off to warehouses, grocery stores, cafes, and eventually into your fridge at home. And just like that, humble soybeans have transformed into the creamy, delicious soy milk we love. So there you have it, the incredible journey of soy milk, from tiny seeds growing under the sun to the smooth, creamy drink in your fridge. It's a process that blends ancient tradition with modern science, all working together to create a delicious and sustainable plant-based alternative. Whether you're pouring it into your morning coffee, blending it into a smoothie, or just enjoying a glass on its own, soy milk is the result of skill, technology, and a whole lot of care. Thanks so much for joining me on this behind-the-scenes adventure. If you enjoyed learning how soy milk is made, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more fascinating food journeys, and hit the bell so you never miss an episode. See you in the next episode.